Hi everyone. Lots of subscriber and other user requested me for full tutorial with voiceover. So this is the first one, and like if you see this effect, I uploaded the sword effect and I showed the breakdown of this effect, each and every element. But some users are requesting for tutorial, like in comments you can see. So I will make another video on sword AnimTrail, and this will be a full tutorial. You will see how did I make this effect from starting. I will take another animation with the same girl and will make maybe same effect or maybe different from this, but you will see how I will do that. So let's start. Like sword, I created this one before. Okay, so I will delete it from here. I have two animation for sword animations. I worked on second version, now I will work on first version. This is the first version. Sorry, I'm not well actually. uh, so this is second animation with the same girl. I will make the sword AnimTrail on this. So first of all, you have to make the animation composite. You have this animation, right click, create anim composite. You will have the another asset, that is your anim composite. Here you have notifies, you can add particle system here. We will do that here. You can add many animations here if you want to composite 2 or 3 or as much as you want animations together. Okay, so let's start. We can use already created effects for that girl, but we will not. We will create from starting. So let's start. Go to particles, create a particle. Let's name it P sword AnimTrail 01. You don't have to do much thing for AnimTrail. You just rename it AnimTrail and right click here, data type, and this will be AnimTrail data type. Okay, you will not see anything here, so you have to just apply the texture material, then you will see here and in animation how it works. Okay, so first of all we have to attach our AnimTrail with this sword, so we need some sockets here. Although we can attach to the bones, but there is no bones are here in character body. So for sword we will attach socket for the tip and for bottom. So for sockets we will go to skeleton. Here's the bones. Is his right hand, her right hand, sorry. Right click on it, add socket. You can rename it or just simply F2 in your keyboard. Socket lower, and just a bit of placement like here. Then again right click on hand, add another socket, right click, rename it socket upper or tip, rename it as you want, and just place it on tip as its name, and lower is here. So we have two sockets, one is here and another is here on tip. So done, save it and close it. Now first of all, make a basic material or maybe your final material use here. I will create material M sword AnimTrail 01. So textures, we have already created some textures. We can create more textures like like if I take this texture, I can just divide it half and use for my AnimTrail. So I will go to source location, what is name, flash03 TGA, open with Photoshop. So AnimTrail will start from here and end here, so it should be like if you want tail is pinpoint, you can just scale it here, texture. Okay, so I will just want this part, no, this part should be a tail, so I will rotate it and just put it here because I want tail start from here and end. I can scale here and you can scale it this way too. I think I can just screen multiply this and vertical, so I will have more spikes on both sides of this trail. Okay, I'm finished with this. You can make anything you want. I think this is basic because it's for tutorial. I will not work too much on this texture. I just want to show you how I did create that effect. So let's just save it, save as, and my texture folder T AnimTrail 01 and Targa. Save it in 24 bits because I don't have any alpha channel, and import it. You have drag it in your material, and I will take a particle color because I want to change color in my particle in my cascade. Let's make it translucent or additive as you want. Unlit to side it because you want to see your trail from any side. So I will just make emission white, and opacity I will take from this red and opacity. So you have this basic texture. We will work on the movement of this texture and distortion and anything else. Just save it, browse it, and use it here. So as I told, you will not see anything in animation, but we can stop velocity, but we will check how it's working, then we will do it. So now we don't have AnimTrail here, we have to link it with socket we have created in the skeleton. So right click, AnimTrail. This is a timing from where to when you want to emit your trail. So I want it from not from starting like here. So I will put start point here, and end point should be not from last, yeah, from here to here. So we have our trail, then we will link our particle here. So this is your particle, you can browse it and oops, what is just happened. And you can just, or you can just search your name here. So we just used our animation, then we will need to create, so we need to put socket's name here. So first socket would be lower socket. We will type socket, it will show up all the sockets you have. Lower socket and upper socket. Play it again. So you have your AnimTrail with the texture that we created. Now you can see this flame is just going upward, so you need to just delete your velocity, save it, and now you can see, yeah, it's working properly, looking good. Okay, you can increase your time. Now you can work on material if you want. I want to just distort this tail. I will take a noise texture and I will, with this noise texture, I will distort UVs of this texture. So how I will do that? See, I'll take add, press A on your keyboard and just, or you can just type or just take it from here. Add from UV. First of all, texture coordinate, I don't want to change the coordinates like tilings of this texture. I want 1 tiling. Then I will multiply the red channel of this texture to this texture's UV. Now you can see the distortion because the multiply B is 1. You can decrease the distortion, like if I put 0.1, you can see bit distortion in the tail. I will put a constant here for now, constant 0. I will make it 0.5, like something 0.2. Now you want to animate the distortion. So for that I will take a panner, press P in your keyboard, click, you have panner, decide your speed, backward, sorry, minus 0.3, then again a coordinate because you don't want tiling this texture. If you want, you can like scale your distortion. You can see it's looking good now. Then I want some, no, it's enough. Just save it and just check. It's not showing here now. Save it properly. Actually it's showing here, but yeah, it's here, but you can't notice because I will I need to increase the distortion 0.6. Now you can see. And you can, if you want to decrease the length of this tail, like this showing another tail, you can just decrease life here 0.5. That another tail is because the distortion is just cutting this from here. For this, what you can do, you can, if you can decrease your distortion that it will not cut, but if you want this should not cut with this, with the high distortion, you can make a alpha and just cut it from here, like this is your tail and this cutting from here and here. So I will just create a layer. Black, white, invert because you want alpha here, and I will just blur it. You can like this is something that you can do according yourself. It is not that you will follow me completely. You have another ideas of making textures, or you can create yourself anything. So learn from this tutorial the techniques of AnimTrail, but we can create something different from this. Now I think this is enough. Maybe I will save it. T mask, import. So I will take a lerp. Lerp it's linear interpolation. What it do? You have texture A, B, and alpha. You can use your alpha texture, and for A it will show your texture in black, and for B for white. So I will alpha. For B I will take this, and for it's none, so it will cut from edges. Okay, so it's cutting invert, so I will just invert my alpha for now. Now it's cutting. Decrease. don't understand why it's showing this here. I have just okay, I take power. So I will just increase a bit life as I start your animation. I think it's nice. I need to just change color. Like I will make it some purplish. Cool. I want my animation put in scene, scale it like 3. Nice. You can set the timing when it's unlink the sword. If I use full time, don't use exactly full, just bit. Okay, so now we will add some elements with this trail, like particles. I take P, AnimTrail particles. Simple, I will take a simple radial. If you want to see my material, this is simple radial gradient. Okay. Purplish, blue, initial size, random initial size, maybe 555. Location, we'll use sphere, not this big sphere, at least 20. Add some turbulent like orbit 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. Life I will decide when I'll see how it works in our animation. I will create a particle effect and attach it with socket lower, and I will make my particle not to loop only at once. Now you can see particles. You can add same particle for upper socket. Now you can change your turbulent, your scale and your life. I will 20, 0.2, initial size would be 10, and let's see it again. add light with this particle, like 500. Let's off the turbulent and increase the light more. Light intensity is decent now. Particle also looking decent. We can just fly off your particles. Yes. On the turbulent and like 100. It's looking weird. It's weird. I will just delete or just off this orbit. Okay, I will duplicate my this particle and I will remove light, remove orbit, make it GPU because I am going to use lots of particle for this, like 10,000. And delete your sphere. It's velocity and increase the duration. Also will decrease size. And now I will create a vector field. Vector field, local vector field. I have lots of vector fields. I will use this 32. Increase your box size and increase your values. And just check. Oops, we need to attach this particle here. This one, sorry, this one, browse it and link it. Upper socket. You can see a tail on tip, and it's looking nice because it has velocity vector. I will decrease the duration 1.5. Color should be changed over lifetime, so like blue. See, why it's behaving like this? We have to like bounding box for this GPU. Now it's cool. Life would be random and scale over life 0, 0, 0. It's nice. We can use actually a sphere here and 5. So tail would be very thin, and we can rotate our vector field 0.5 and increase our actor field, noise, three, I can increase this particle system like 300. Sphere like 50. Initial size 55511. Velocity I can increase like 100, 100, minus 100, minus 100. So this was the way I created that effect. I hope you are understanding what I am doing. You can play with the textures. It can be look much more beautiful if you will work on the texture. You can do lots of things with this. Like what else we can do? We can add smoke with it. Now we have only two sockets, for one for tip and one for bottom. We don't have anything for middle of the sword here, so particle only emitting from here and here, not from here. So I will go to skeleton, right hand, add socket, F2, socket mid. I will move it from save it, and for AnimTrail particles I will copy this, paste here, and socket mid. I can add some smoke in this particle effect. This duplicate this particles, smoke. I need material. I have a smoke sub UV textures. I will show you and I will tell you how I created this, but I will not create it again. This is a simple noise textures, random. You can do by just creating cloud and just taking random parts. You can change pattern, Alt Control F, and take parts of this, and I just created sub UV for random smoke. Okay, so I am using this sub UV in 3 materials. Let's check it. This material is light based, so I will use this. Browse it, and now I will increase my smoke size 200, 200, 200, 100, 100, 100, 50, 50, 50. It's sub UV, so I will have to mention it here. For I want to use random frames of my sub UV, and color would be 1 white. Okay, no light for this. This light will affect my smoke. Then sub UV index. random rotation and rotation rate over lifetime. 0.2 minus 0.2, it's enough, I think. Color 0.2. Let's check it. Okay, so we have lots of smoke. Just increase the size 300, 300, 300, 100, 100, and increase the alpha. Maybe 0.01, spawn rate 50. Yeah, this is nice. Although we can increase smoke size a bit if you want. From this AnimTrail I want to stop my sphere. I like this way. You can add anything you want, particles, fire, smoke, anything. Just create the particle and link with animation, and you can work with your AnimTrail. Though I will search if I have better texture for this. You can tile your AnimTrail, like you have this texture. Sorry, this V. Now see how it looks. Better? I think it's better. Can more tiling with like 8. No, 5 was good, so I will go with 5. So you got this, how I created this effect. It depends on your animation, although this effect girl has much animation than I'm using now. Just round effect. It's looking nice, I think. For change, I can just duplicate this effect. Red. I will use red particles, like 20 red particles bigger than purple, and make it delete light. More glowy. 5000. Cool. So you got this. So I'm just finishing my tutorial. I think you understand. Okay, so thank you, bye, see you in next tutorial. If you like this and you have any suggestion with my voiceover and anything, let me know. I will improve that in my next tutorial. Bye.